Hi everyone, today I'm going to make some tags for my Graceful Blossoms journal. So what I'm going to use is the masterboards that we made last week, I think it was, and give them a bit of a cut up and decorate them. So stick around and let's have some fun. I'm just going to move everything out the way and we'll get cracking. Okay, so if you remember, we made some masterboards, and I'm just going to open my little pad where I made them and tear one of them out. That one, I think. Put that down. And what I'm going to do is just back it with some tea-dyed paper. You could, makes it a little bit sturdier and just finishes the page off nicely, I think. So I'm just going to use some glue stick on that. And then we can cut it up. I've been looking at different elements for my journal, and I'm quite keen to do some origami. Now, I'm not going to do that on camera as much as I'd like to be brave. It looks quite technical, so I think I need a bit of practice with that. But I was kind of thinking it would be quite cool to do like a kimono or a dress. I think it would be quite fitting actually, because this journal is going to be full of beautiful ladies. Yeah, I think that's the way I might go with that one. I think it would be quite cool. So pop that down on there. Doesn't need to be too straight because it's not patterned. So get rid of my gluing pad. Of some of those air bubbles. And then I'll just give it a trim up. Now I'm going to make these tags at, I'm thinking 3 inches by 6 inches. So I'll just cut off the extra to start with. To 6 this way, and that extra I might use maybe even as a belly band, so that won't go to waste. Get rid of that. Put that over there, and yeah, like I said, I think we'll do 3 tags at 3. Let's have a look. 3. Yep. 3 inches. It's 1. It's 2. 3. I'll keep that for maybe a smaller tag at some other point. Okay, what do we got here? All quite different, all quite cool. That's the way up we want to be. Yep, that looks great. What size? Probably that size, I think. Nice neutral background, with the journal being got quite a bit of patterns and things on it. It'll be quite nice just to do something a little bit more neutral, and that will also show off the pictures quite nicely, I think, too. Oh, was that the right size? Yes, it was. Get yourself all muddled up. That one. That's 2. And yep, we're up the right way. So today I thought what I would do is I did a whole pile of die cuts the other night, and I'm going to use die cuts on this because I think it will look quite stunning. It's quite delicate looking. When I've been sort of recapping on the journal, it's really quite delicate. Okay, so get rid of this glue. Is it all glued down? Yep, that's good. It was just the edges that were a bit dodgy on it. I'm going to ink the edges to start with. Okay, cool. The next thing I'm planning on doing is a bit of stenciling in the background. So I have picked out a stencil for the whole of the journal. As you know, I tend to, for continuity, I like to keep, you know, 1 or 2 stencils the same. So I've got 2 colours here. I've got abandoned coral and faded jeans, and I think I'll start with the faded jeans and just see where that will go. Those colours will come in quite nicely, I think. Not all over, it was just a case of in a couple of areas. I've got pinging and all sorts of things going on around here. Yep, nice, like that. I'll do the same on all 3, just kind of step it up a bit. Yep. And this one I think we'll do down here. I mean, they're not all going to be in the same area of the journal, so it's not like they all have to be matchy-matchy, but when you see them in the journal, they will be a little bit more cohesive and have a bit of a pattern. So that's kind of made a change to it already. I thought I'd also put a bit of, a little bit of the red, just to bring some of that colour through as well. I've got abandoned coral, and I hope it's not going to be too, no, I think that will be good, but we don't want it too polarising. I'm just going to use the same stencil and just go over it in a couple of places. There, just nice, just to bring in a bit of the other colour in. Yep, I like that. Like I said, just I don't want to be too heavy on it, but just enough to bring in the other colour. And even these masterboards, the colours are slightly different in them, so brings in a nice amount of. Excellent. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to play around with that anymore. What happens when you get a bit carried away and keep playing with stuff when you don't need to. Okay, So what I do is I've got my little pictures from the kit, Golden Meads Graceful Blossoms kit, and I just need to pick out 3 pictures that I like. I think that one's, I like that one. I think those 3. Yeah. I'm going to give them a quick ink as well, just to take away the harsh edges. Again, I'm just going to use Vintage Photo. See that one? Great. So what I did, like I said, I've actually done a pile of die cuts already. Small pictures. And I just make up these little, basically bags, coin pockets, out of scrap paper. And then for each project I'm working on, then I just name them. Whoops. And I know what I'm using. So these are the die cuts. So I've got die cuts, butterflies, flowers, and leaves. I think what I'll do is kind of lay out what I've got, and the fancy smancy people call it auditioning, but I'm just going to give it a try and see what I think might look best. I just did, where's the other one there? Just a few different dies. And I've also got a bit of gold washi tape and the blue. There was another die cut that I had from when I was hunting out what I wanted to do in the colour. It's gone onto the topper. So cool. Okay, I think I'm quite happy to start gluing this stuff down. So let's do that. That's the cool thing about when you do these theme kind of journals, is that you can really get into the theme, you know, and play with all sorts of different techniques that you haven't actually done before, or different design ideas, so that you haven't got the same old each time. That's what I like about it. It's a bit like the African journal that I did. Where did I put that? Here maybe. You know, with the different embossing techniques with the skin, the giraffe and the zebra. Not heat embossing, but actual embossing. It was just fun. It was, you know, really cool to have a go at that. The other thing I wanted to do a quick shout out, and I'll put the link below, is don't forget that Golden Mead have got their competition on. She's asking for people to give her some ideas, and you could win your own personalized kit. So if that's something that you would really love to partake in, pop along to her Facebook group. It's business page. It's called Golden Mead, and like I said, I will pop a link in that description below. I don't think you've got too long to go, so don't muck around if that's something that you want to enter. Yeah, if you've got some ideas of what you'd like to see in a kit that you haven't been able to find before, now's your chance to enter that competition and give it a go. Of course, it's all online, so it's not like you know, international or national. There's no postage involved, so everyone's invited to partake and have a go at the competition. And the kits, as you can see with this Graceful Blossoms kit, are really quite stunning. Right, I was going to put, did I want to put another one here, or is it a bit too much? No, that's a bit too much. Let's leave it. Next thing I'll do, I haven't actually picked out my ribbons yet for my journal, so I'm going to leave those. The next time you see them, they'll be probably in the journal in the flip through, so I'm thinking maybe a black ribbon or something like that. But anyway, there we go. These are my 3 tags that we've made today. Oops, probably need to give that a little quick snip off there. And my last one. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous images. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day, and check out the link below for Golden Mead's competition. See ya.